Welcome back to Ghost Powered Entertainment. I'm your host, Kanan Becker, and today I review Wrong Turn 2021, or Wrong Turn 7, whatever you want to call it, the new Wrong Turn.
Do you know what we wouldn't have found if we would have stayed on the trail? The waterfall, the cliff. What is that?
Alright, and off the top, I just gotta say, I really enjoyed that movie tremendously. I thought it was actually really, really good. But I gotta preface that by saying, if you're a big fan of the Wrong Turn franchise, this is totally not a Wrong Turn movie. I mean, this, basically it's like wrong turns here and it goes boop, it goes the opposite direction. It takes a wrong turn from the Wrong Turn franchise. I know, that was dumb. It's really quality made, really, really good, and I actually enjoyed it more than pretty much any of the Wrong Turn movies, except for maybe the original, but that's kind of a toss-up because, like I said, they're very different movies. The original Wrong Turn has a lot of kind of camp to it. It is over the top, and it's over the top in gore and acting, and just everything is like kind of that over the top, and there's a funness to that this one doesn't have. This one, to me, is much more gritty, much more real, much more just vicious and primal, and it really leans into that. It's hard to talk about a lot of things with this movie without spoiling it, so I'm gonna try to kind of carefully navigate through that because I don't want to spoil anything for you about this movie. It has a lot of twists and turns that if those were to get ruined for you, it just wouldn't have the same, I don't know, interest level. But it does get very primal, very brutal, very vicious, and it is still a gory movie, but just in a more dirty, gritty, realistic feeling way. But the story is very different. There is no Cannibal Brothers. There's none of that silliness and funness that those guys had either. But it does have still a lot of fun kills, and I think it's just still a really fun movie, but just in a very different way. It has a much more bleak, dark feeling to it, at least in my personal opinion, and it feels much more scary, in my opinion, because it feels a lot more real in a lot of ways. But then at the same token, there are things towards the end of the movie, I'm not going to give anything away, but there are some things towards the end of the movie that I did feel were a little over the top and did kind of break away from reality a little bit and made it not quite so believable as we went later into the movie. So my final thoughts on the movie are that it's a really solid, really well-made movie, but it is not a perfect movie. It does have really good acting, lighting, music, sound design, like pretty much everything is quality, but it's just not perfect. The final 10 minutes of this movie are savage as fuck. If the whole movie was as good as those final 10 minutes, this movie would be A+ all day long. And another thing I do have to say is that the ending of this movie is crazy. And you definitely need to make sure you watch it all the way into the credits. Credits start rolling, still keep watching because it gets crazy. This movie is savage as fuck. But as it stands, it is a really high quality movie, one that I really do recommend, and my final grade will be a B. So it comes out on VOD this week, and I would highly recommend checking it out. If it's the $20 range, I'm not sure if I would pay quite that much to see it, although I really did enjoy it. I still feel like it's more of a 10 or under movie, but that's just, once again, my opinion. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this movie. If you had a chance to see it, please leave those down in the comments. And also, if you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell, because that is the best way to keep track of this channel and when I post videos like this. And I try to post videos like this at least twice every week. And I also want to give a huge thank you to my patrons because your support means so much to me. And if you would like to find out more about becoming a patron, the link is down in the description. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember guys, horror can be fun. I will see you guys next time.